Hi, welcome back to Pearls of Motherhood. I'm Tessie here with my co host Diana, and today we're kicking off season 4. If you've ever wondered how to raise tiny humans without losing your mind, like personally, I don't know if that's really possible, but same.
Same.
This season, yeah. This season, we're talking about the mental and emotional muscle that gets tested daily. Patience, presence, and grace. I feel like those are like definitely like an everyday thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've been with us for a while, you know Diana brings the science and I bring the stories, the chaos, the squirrels,
The fun, the personality.
Look, there's a shiny thing. Depends on the day, I guess.
That's for all of us.
Yeah. So let's talk about patience, what it really is, and why none of us are naturally good at it.
Exactly, because patience isn't a personality, it's a muscle, which means we can build it. And that's the hopeful part. But before we get started, we want to thank our season 4 sponsor, Country Lane Psychiatry, a team that truly understands that mental health and motherhood go hand in hand. Their clinicians help families strengthen emotional well being with compassionate, evidence based care. With walk in appointments available in Arizona and Colorado, care is close to home every day. So if you're a mom who needs immediate help or just having one of those hard days and could really use someone to talk to, go to their website, countrylanepsychiatry.com. We're grateful to partner with an organization that believes, like we do, that taking care of your mind helps you take care of your family.
Okay, so we can just admit it how fast our patience evaporates. Like the toddler's favorite crayon snaps in half, and suddenly I'm questioning every life choice I've ever made. Like, how did I end up here?
Yep.
And it's never just like one thing. It's the crayon, yeah, plus the shoes that won't go on, plus the fact that I haven't had a quiet thought all day and like whining. You know, it's just like, it's really not about the crayon. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't wake up planning to lose my cool. I don't think any of us do. We wake up hoping to have a great day, but it just like happens and it happens so fast, just like
Instant.
the snap of a finger.
It's like reflex.
Instantly. You're just like,
it's like a reflex, right?
and it's like the craziest thing too, because it's like things that you're like, why am I freaking out over this? It's so dumb,
Mhm.
but it's like accumulation over time.
Exactly.
Right? So,
Yeah, that's so well said. It really is an accumulation because it's never the big thing, right? It's the
yeah.
tiniest little thing.
Yeah. And you have to like practice patience so much throughout the day that it's just like over and over and you're just like gritting your teeth. And then like it's like a cup overflowing. At some point, you just don't have the capacity anymore.
Yeah.
And like you just lose it.
Yeah, because it's not just the crayon, it's everything. When we lose our patience, our stress response, the body's built-in alarm system takes over. It's in a fight, flight, or freeze mode, and your body doesn't know the difference between a tantrum and a real threat. And honestly, sometimes I'll be honest, my daughter's tantrums feel like a real threat sometimes.
I know. Like, you know that part in Forrest Gump where she's like, dear God, make me a bird. So I'm like praying that prayer all the time.
Yes.
Just make me a bird. I want to fly away.
I love it. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I have to go back and watch that now. I love it.
I love that movie.
So something minor feels super major, and that doesn't mean that we failed. It means our nervous system is just trying to protect us. Psychologists call this our quote unquote window of tolerance, and it's the range where we can stay regulated under stress. Parenting constantly pushes us towards the edge of that window, that cliff, the edge of the stairs. I don't know. It's always a precipice, right? And when we're tired, we're overstimulated, we're touched out, or we're emotionally depleted, that window narrows so fast. So let's just try to reframe it. So when you snap, or you shut down, or if you feel overwhelmed, it's not because you're doing motherhood wrong, it's because you're a human being. So, Tessie, I have a question for you. Did you ever have recently, any recent moments where something just tipped you over the edge? Like within the past 10 minutes, okay?
Oh my goodness. Yes, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's so many to count, but it is always just something tiny, and usually it's the whining. Just any
Yes.
whining, I can't. I don't know if there's just something in my brain where it's this sound frequency or decibel level of a whine
Mhm.
that you just can't. I just can't.
I totally hear you with that. The whining is so triggering.
Mhm.
The honestly, the mom, 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 mom over and over again. That gets me. That I just
Mm. When you say something once or answer the question, say no or whatever, and they continue to ask, continue to
Oh my
ask, and you're
gosh,
like,
yes.
I already answered that question.
What do you think? For me, it was so dumb. We were and it was my fault actually. We were building some Legos and I'm clumsy, as you all know. I'm super clumsy and I knocked it over and I was like, that's it, I'm done. And it had nothing to do with anything. It's just me being clumsy. I knocked over a tower that I really didn't want to be building, but that sent me over the edge. And
Wow.
yeah, that was not a great moment for me.
That my kids do that all the time with their magnet tiles, and then it falls or somebody bumps into it and it breaks and they just lose it. And I'm just like, dude, you just do it
Yeah.
again. It's it took you 2 seconds.
And then the whining starts. But then we stop and think about what was really going on in that moment. For
Mhm.
me, it's lack of sleep, exhaustion, overstimulation, all of the above, you know. How about you?
Yeah. Um Yeah, I feel lack of sleep, especially now with a newborn.
I know.
That's my tolerance. It's my brain just doesn't have any capacity,
Mhm.
and it feels like this. I don't know if it's true, but it feels like, okay, number one, kids know how to push your buttons better than anybody on the planet. They just know how
Mhm.
to which button to push at which moment when you really don't need a button to push, and you're like, gotta redirect here, gotta redirect here. Just make it
Yep.
end.
Yep. It's like once they're your child, they have this innate sense of, ooh, this is gonna get mom real good. Better
I
than
think they
anyone
do.
else.
And our nervous systems are just on overdrive, I think.
Mhm.
And because we're just just constant. You're 100. That's one of the hardest things about being a mom is it's 24/7. There's no, you don't, even when you're not with them, you're still thinking of them and you're
Mhm.
worried about them, and it just never ends.
So what drains your window of tolerance the fastest? Can I go first?
Yeah.
So for me, again, sleep deprivation. And honest, I'm an
Mhm.
affectionate person, but don't touch me. When I am touched out, do not come near me. Even if my husband comes up to me and wants to give me a hug, I'm like, back off, buddy. Do not. This is my personal space. Do not come near me. I don't want anything to do with you. That for me is huge, like being touched out because all day long, even though I only have one, she's all over me all the time. And now, guess what she loves to do? She loves to do makeup. So now she's putting makeup on my face. So it's extra touching.
Mine is when I finally get to sit down and have a meal and just eat, and they just steal it all. And I'm just like, this is, I just, I don't know. I love just sitting down and eating slow and enjoying my food and watching a little TV while I do it or whatever. I am not a scarfer. I do not like scarfing my food fast. But then when whenever you're sharing an appetizer with somebody and it's almost like a competition, like, who can eat the fastest? That's how I feel when my kids come up and they're eyeballing my food. I'm just like, I better start eating this faster. And then they're like, I want to bite. I want to bite. They all come up. I call them the vultures because they come up and they like circle me until I start sharing my food. I'm just like, okay, how fast can I eat this? I can't even taste it at this point. Like what's the point?
I know for me, I scarf my food. It's part of my training, medically trained. You just literally, I go into chipmunk mode and I shove as much food in my cheeks and run. So I guess that,
Oh,
that
I hate that.
so I think that made me great for motherhood. But guess what my daughter does? She wants what's in my mouth. I'm like, no, I am not spitting this out. No, we are not doing this. And she'll like try to
That's
squeeze
so
it out of my
funny.
cheeks. I'm like, stop it.
Reminds me of like if you grew up with siblings and you wanted something so you would lick it,
Yep.
I don't know if you did this,
Mm.
but like our kids wouldn't care if we
No.
licked it. They'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't care, give it to me.
So my daughter does not chew gum yet, but she's obsessed when I do chew gum. So she's gone and she's opened up the pack of gum and she's licked it and go, here you go, mom. I'm like, oh, great, thanks. I really wanted a fresh piece.
There are so many things that I do as a mom that I never could imagine that I would do. Like, for instance, having them spit chewed up food in my hand that they like
Yep.
don't want to eat.
Yep.
And you just like do it and you don't even think about it. You just throw it in the trash, wipe your hand
Yep.
off, move along.
I did this when, and I think I've admitted this in past episodes, when my daughter was really young, I used to baby bird feed her. So certain things like carrots, for example, she loved carrots, but it was really crunchy. I was afraid that she would choke. So I would honestly just chew it up, spit it out, and put it in her mouth. And I was like, this is disgusting. I never thought I would do this, but here I am. And it made her so happy. And now, of course, she chews her own food, sometimes gives it back to me, but that's besides the point. She got through it. But I've done so many things I never thought I would do in motherhood. I have a question for you. So those times of that window tolerance, is there a certain time where it shows up more for you?
Yeah, for sure. Mornings
Oh,
and bedtimes. Like mornings for sure. Not a morning person. Need my coffee. Do not like a lot of loud noises in the morning. Just all that stuff that, honestly, you kind of do get used to over time. Like the longer you're a mother, these things you do actually get used to them. So if you're kind of a mom who's new into this or your kids are younger, toddler age, like the longer you do it, the more tolerance you get for all of this stuff. But just in general, if I'm in the middle of doing something, that definitely is like a more of a trigger for me
mhm.
if I'm like don't want to stop what I'm doing, even though honestly none of it is as important as anything for my kids. So it's kind of dumb that it like causes me that, and I'm working on that. But anyways, I would say those are the moments.
But
What about you?
oh, nighttime. Mornings, I'm great.
Yeah.
Afternoons, I'm okay. But it's as the day goes
Yeah.
on, my tolerance gets thinner and thinner and thinner. And then
Mm-hmm.
bedtime. Even though I'm not the bedtime parent, I brush her teeth, I wash her face before she goes to bed. And that's when she likes to monkey around a lot. And I've lost my cool so many times over a toothbrush and toothpaste. I would be rich right now. If someone gave me $1 for every single time I did that, I would be so rich right now.
Oh no. Yeah, it's hard like at the end of the day. And it's almost like that's when they get their second wind and they're like energizer bunnies and they're like, "Oh, well, I'm just like wide awake and I think they're just fighting it more."
Hmm.
But like it is hard at the end of the day because of that.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure.
because you're exhausted. You just want them to comply, and they have the zoomies, and they want to do everything but what you tell them to do, right?
It's probably truly just exhaustion and they're like running on adrenaline.
Hmm.
But do you feel like your triggers have changed like over the seasons of your motherhood, like when she was really young versus like now and in between? Like, is it different?
Yes, because I never looked at it this way, that the way you explained it, that the longer you're a mother, your tolerance for certain things, you just accept it more. I never thought of it that way. I simply thought it was because she's changed so much from a newborn to a 3-year old. That's huge. So for me, I definitely saw my window of tolerance be much, much smaller when she was a newborn. I think I was
Mm-hmm.
fighting the postpartum depression. I was getting used to being a mom, and those newborn nights are brutal. And now at least I get about 4 hours of sleep. Maybe not straight, but it's better than when they're newborns, and I can handle the toddler chaos better. I never thought, oh, it's because my tolerance is greater. So I
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that comment, because it makes me really rethink, oh, well, maybe I am getting better at being a mother as I go along here.
Well, I always tell my kids all the time, like everything is hard in life at first,
Mhm.
everything. And then over time, like the longer you do it, the better you get at it, the easier it comes. And I feel like motherhood is no different, right?
That's true. That is true. I I only have one, but these last few weeks I've had my nephew with me. And my nephew is really young. He's about 1 year old. And so I'm reliving that 1 year old phase again. And first of all, let me just say, moms of multiples, God bless you. OMG, you are my
Yes.
heroes.
God bless you. Yes.
But I did realize that my tolerance for certain things is much better than when
Yeah.
my daughter was young. So I'm gonna say I got better at motherhood. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, for sure. I think you have.
Well,
Like, and everything that was hard in the beginning, even being able to run on sleep deprivation gets easier as you go. Like your body we're very adaptive creatures, I guess you could say. And like all of that, it definitely it gets easier with
yeah,
time.
motherhood is a skill, right? Just like changing a diaper is a skill. The first time you change a diaper,
Yeah.
that's terrifying. Now it's whatever,
Yeah.
right?
But I do have to say though, like as a mother of multiples, like my tolerance level of each age group didn't change. Like I still have like less tolerance for being woken up at night by like a newborn. I'm like still, I mean, I guess I have more tolerance for it, but it still really bothers me. Like who wants to do that?
Mhm.
And then also my like tolerance level of toddlers, like back talking and saying no, whining, throwing fits and all of that. Like that I don't really have that tolerance, but and then like but now it's like I'm leveling up because now I have older kids now, and it's like the tolerance of what triggers me with them is very different,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
I guess it hasn't changed, it just like morphs.
Yeah, it evolves, right? Because your children are
Hmm.
evolving and growing. So you evolve and you grow with them as their mother.
Yeah,
So here's
yeah, the chaos.
yeah, sure, for sure. So here's a part that matters the most. Once we understand why we lose our cool, we can stop piling on that guilt and start getting curious. And I am so guilty of the mom guilt constantly, because awareness doesn't magically make us calm, but it does give us a pausing point, and that pause is where change starts. We can actually say, okay, it's not the child, it's the moment, or what is causing this? My exhaustion. I didn't get my coffee. I'm hungry.
That's a big
That
one.
is a big one, very big.
Because we're always hungry because we never have time to eat.
Because we have vultures
And
circling
then
us for our food.
yes, and then we're like
Yeah.
hangry. But it's like, yeah, there's like a therapy for mental health that's like behavioral. You like recognize in your
Hmm.
body before you have an action. Like if you can get really good at recognizing little tiny triggers in your body
Hmm.
before you react, you can actually stop the reaction.
Yeah.
And so that could be something that we could work on as mothers.
I that is something I am very much still trying to work on as a human being.
Mhm. Me too.
For example, now I ask myself, am I hungry before I start losing it? And the answer,
Or you're starting to lose it and then you're like, "Wait a minute. Am I hungry
yeah.
now? Like, why am I so cranky?"
And the answer is a
This isn't
resounding
that big of a
yes.
deal. Yeah. Every time.
I'm learning to ask my daughter that now. Are you hungry? But the thing is that she's a toddler and she'll always say no.
Yeah. I don't know. So, okay. So, why don't we do this before we go deeper? Let's take a minute for a listener message that pretty much stopped us in our tracks when we read it. Um, it's about something we talked about back in season 2. It was our episode, Do As I Say, Not As I Scroll. The one where we confessed that our screen time reports are like, let's say, humbling. And we definitely have no room to talk.
That's so true. That episode was one of our most downloaded episodes because who hasn't fallen into the just checking the one more thing trap
Oh,
all the
yeah.
time? We explored how even those small scrolls can shape our kids' sense of connection and what it looks like to re engage without tossing your phone out the window.
Yeah. So this message comes from Lauren, one of our listeners in Pennsylvania. And she wrote, I listened to your episode on screen time while folding laundry, and it hit me hard. I caught myself checking my phone during bedtime stories, and my son said, Mom, look at me. I've been putting my phone in another room during story time ever since then. And wow, it has made such a difference.
I love that.
Wow.
It's
That's
such,
like,
yeah, it's such a
isn't
small
that so like
shift.
humbling when your kid is
Mhm.
like totally calls you out on what you're doing?
Yep.
So bad.
Yep. It's a mini slap in the face. I love that. What
Mm-hmm.
she's doing is such a small shift, but that's how habits change, through awareness and not shame. When you model focus, your child's brain learns to focus, and that co-regulation in real time, even around attention, it makes a difference.
Oh, I didn't know that. I guess that's a good point. Like, obviously, they're modeling everything we do. And if our brains are going ADD, phone book, like their brains are going to want to do that. That makes
Hmm.
perfect sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Lauren, if you're listening, you reminded us that connection isn't about big gestures. It's not always about the big things. Motherhood is really a lot of little things all added up and over time. And so it's just like those 5 extra minutes of like undivided presence. That's what matters. And honestly, it ties right into today's topic: patience, regulation, showing up even when life is hard, and not letting the distractions take. It's like that little thing where like the tiny little things can steal the big thing, the big moments in life, and you don't even know it. And then next thing you know, you wake up like 20 years down the road and you're like, why did I waste my life doing that?
Hmm.
And like neglecting the big things.
Yeah. And so whether it's your screen, your stress, or your toddler's tantrums, it's all part of the same story. We are training our brains to slow down, to notice, and to respond instead of react.
I love that it's like we're training. It's a muscle, like you said, the patience, everything actually, when it comes to motherhood, is a muscle.
Mhm.
It starts out like super small. Like, I don't want to share my food. I'm not sharing my food with you. And then over time, you just get used to it. And you're like, okay, the more I practice sharing my food, being kind, generous, and because my kids will literally tell me, like, sharing is caring. Sharing is.
Me
I'm
too.
like, no, I don't want to.
My kid does too.
I don't want to share.
She goes, well, sharing is caring. Don't you care? Fine. Fine.
It's
You
like the
win.
ultimate guilt trippers. They're perfect at that.
That
But you
and
can
button
practice
pushing.
that, and over time. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about what actually happens in our kids' brains because this is where so much guilt can melt away. Our kids' brains are still under construction, especially the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that is responsible for impulse control, emotional regulation, empathy, and reasoning. That part of the brain doesn't fully mature until their 20s. Their 20s. So when your child,
Wow.
yeah, right? So when your child loses it over the wrong cup, broken cracker, the broken crayon, or having to leave the park, it's not manipulation, although it really feels like it. And it's not defiance, although
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure I've thought that before. It's a developing brain that is completely flooded by emotion. And in those moments, their emotional brain is in charge and their logical brain is offline. which means asking them to, calm down or use their words or to take a deep breath can feel impossible for them because biologically it is. And so let's reframe it. This is where co regulation comes in. And co regulation means our kids borrow our calm before they can create their own. When we are steady, even if we're imperfectly steady, we're helping their nervous system learn what calm feels like. And over time, those repeated moments, just like in working a muscle, literally will rewire their brain for future self regulation.
Yeah. So that's really fascinating. It really is true that we're the models. They're modeling everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're just like an emotional hot mess, which, like, trust me, I'm guilty of a lot of the time, they're going to be too. Okay. Is it just me? Or do you like ask your toddler, like, why did you do that? And it's like, they can't explain it, but it's like, I want an explanation right now. I don't care if you're two. Why did you do that? That was not cool.
Yep.
And they're just like looking at me like, I don't know. Crazy lady.
I do that, and I'm really guilty of this one. The I told you so.
Has she ever flipped that one around on you yet?
Yeah, so I don't say I told you so. So if she does something that I told her specifically not to do and then she does it, I go, well, see? This is what I say. Well, see? And yeah, the other day I was climbing on a kitchen counter, which she's not allowed to do because I was trying to get something off of the top shelf and I nearly slipped. And she goes, see? And I'm like, yep. Excuse me. I'm hanging off the side of the ledge here. Please don't lecture me. But I totally deserved it.
I mean, I feel you on that. I'm always saying, like, my kids, every single like bad habit that they start acquiring over time is pretty much mine that they're picking up because my husband doesn't really have any bad thing. He's like pretty good.
He really is.
But so basically what you're saying is they don't have the tools yet and they're losing it because they can't not lose it, basically. And that actually changes how we can look at these moments as mothers. Mm-hmm. Have a little bit of compassion. Isn't that what we want them to have?
Right.
We can have that for them.
Yeah. And we have to remember, babies are born with all the emotions, but none of the stops, none of the regulations, because again, their prefrontal cortex is not yet fully formed. So we have to remember, oh, gee, how do we feel when we are angry or when we don't get what we want? And we have to control ourselves. We are technically full grown adults, technically.
We can't even do it. I can't even do it.
So having a toddler or a child do that, they biologically can't. And so we can stay calm, we can co-regulate with them. But what's important is that we don't have to be calm all the time. It means that we're calm enough, often enough. So it can look like, it doesn't have to be the Zen Buddha that we envision it to be. It can be sitting nearby while they're crying. It can look like taking a deep breath before responding. Or it can even look like repairing something that when you've already lost your temper. And the point is that every repair still counts. It's coming back and acknowledging that it's fixable. And they learn that. They learn that, okay, I don't have to be perfect, but I can do better next time, and I can model that calm next time, hopefully.
So basically we're like emotional Wi-Fi routers.
Yes.
They borrow our signal until theirs gets stronger. No pressure. Just casually writing any rewiring tiny human brains over here, like no pressure. The future of the world, literally. And it's up to us and controlling our emotions, even though we're literally women who are emotional. Like, we have so many hormones running through our bodies. Like, how do we do that?
We are superhuman. We are superhuman. That's what we are. That's what we are.
Yeah. So, like, what's a moment when your child's reaction felt totally out of proportion?
Oh gosh. Okay. I have one.
Don't they all?
I have one. It was from last weekend. my daughter and I and my father-in-law, her grandpa, went food shopping. And my daughter's not really one to pitch tantrums. Never was. At least not tantrums in public. In private all the time. But in a public place, never. And on this particular day, she couldn't decide whether she wanted to stay in the car with her grandfather or come in shopping with me. She decided to come in shopping with me. And immediately she changed her mind. No, 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 no. I don't want to go. I want to go. I want to go back to the car. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. And I just said, well, you know what? Suck it up, buttercup. I understand you have indecisions, but I've reached my limit of your indecision and you're coming with me now. Too bad. And she was in the store crying, yelling, trying to climb out of the cart. And it was just insane. It was embarrassing. I felt like a horrible mother and I just wanted to run away, but I felt like I had to see it through. And it was to me totally out of proportion. Make a decision. You're either sitting in the car or you're coming with me. Pick one. And you create a scene that's uncomfortable for everyone.
Oh, we've all been there. I had to drag my second out of a Burlington coat factory, screaming and kicking and screaming, and I had to take him out and put him on the wall outside until he calmed down, and he's out there screaming. Everybody's coming in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just you got to do that though. But it's good that you stuck to your guns, because if you're flip floppy about it and halfway through you give in, what's going to happen in the future? They're going to be like, okay, well, this totally works. I'm just going to do that again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you don't want to continue to put yourself through that constantly, like every single
That
time.
battle. I don't want to fight that battle anymore. So I just had to double down. And I understand that she was super overwhelmed. And you know what it really was? You know what it really was for her? She was exhausted. She
Mm,
was exhausted. She's been dropping her naps, but on this particular day, I think she needed one. And
mm-hmm.
I did not recognize that. I took her out and it just spiraled. It just completely spiraled.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting how like you think they can go without naps because they do a couple of days and they're good.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the third day during nap time, you try to go to the park or go shopping or do something because you're like, oh, this is great. They're not napping. And it's just like a complete disaster.
Yes. Complete disaster.
I think it's because it's like cumulative. So that like they didn't nap for 3 days and now it's like a humongous storm
Mm-hmm.
of like backlog.
A backlog of
Like they didn't have
emotions and exhaustion. And
yeah.
it just is this avalanche that just comes at you on the third day. It really
Yes.
is.
Yeah, it is. And so like okay, looking back, can you see maybe where like a moment when her brain was just overwhelmed? Like
Mhm.
not trying to be difficult. Maybe that's a good example. Not trying to be difficult, overwhelmed, needed a nap, skipped a nap for a few days. Like that's like a perfect example of they're not like necessarily trying to be
Mhm.
horrible, but they're just at that
It
limit.
just
Their nervous
it
system.
feels like they're being horrible, but they're not. And I get it. When you're tired, you're already overstimulated. She was overstimulated and tired. And now I take her I have her first of all make a decision where she has to either see me later or not. So of course she wants to stay with me. And then I take her into a grocery store, which is super busy with all different people and things going on and fruit and vegetables moving around from cart to cart. It's a lot. So I totally see where it was coming from.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happens. It happens. So like what does co-regulation look like in your house?
Mm, First of all, I stay close by. I always stay close by. I never ditch her
Mhm.
unless I really have to take a breath and walk away for a moment. And sometimes I do, but I always come
Mhm.
back. I hold her, I hug her, and I revisit later on. Once she's calmed down, I try to name the feelings and I try to communicate with her. okay, was this what you were feeling? Was that what you're feeling? Because she may not even have the words for it at the time, but I'm trying to give her the vocabulary. But the biggest for me at that
Mhm.
moment is staying close by, hugging her if she needs a hug, and just being literally there. What
Yeah.
about you?
Mine is like a lot of that, like just being present, like we have like, I set up the furniture so the kids play in the living areas. I don't have like a separate playroom. I don't have like, I don't, sometimes I will send them to their room to play, but it's just being close to them, having them, we hug, we read a lot, they sit in my lap,
Mhm.
like all of those things. Just being present, just like you said.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
try not to use screen time. I really try to avoid it. It's so tempting to just distract them with a screen, but I read a study that it actually short circuits that connection, that it actually prevents them from kind of going through that emotion and processing it themselves. So although there are times that I
Hmm.
am very tempted to turn on a screen just to get her to stop, I I put
Hmm.
my phone in the other room sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's just about like practicing patience and being like, okay, you're whining this request to me, or you're demanding. Why don't you try again? I'll sit here and I'll wait, and you can try using your big girl words or big boy words, using your manners. That's what I tell them a lot. Like, use your manners, use your big girl words. Like, I'll wait, but this is not going to be like a reward that you're going to get for acting like that, you know?
Mhm. Yep. So
I
here's a
show a lot of patience and grace.
yep, that for yourself and for them. So here's a reframe we want everyone to hear. Your calm is not about being perfect, it's about being present. So even when you mess up, even when you snap, even when you have to come back later and say, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do blank, 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 these moments don't undo the work. They are the work. And that's really
Mm.
hard
Hmm.
to remember, but it's especially in that moment, but it's good to hear.
And the fact that you care enough to even think about that, like, makes you a good mother.
Yeah.
So even though you're not a perfect mother, the fact that you're actually like concerned about that makes you a great mother.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Even if you're not perfect at doing that, even if you're not perfect all the time at like repairing necessarily, sometimes maybe you don't. Maybe you're not good at it. Maybe something that you think it's a good repair and it's not. You know what I mean? Like, just the fact that you're trying. That's what matters.
Mhm. Completely agree.
So, just remember this episode of Pearls of Motherhood is sponsored by Country Lane Psychiatry. If you've ever thought, maybe I need a little more support here, their team is here and the next brave step.
They offer both in person and telehealth appointments, making mental health care accessible for busy parents. You can learn more at countrylanepsychiatry.com, and we'll link it in the show notes. Okay, back to let's try to build that patience muscle. So, building patience starts with tiny practices. Number one, you name what you're feeling. Two, lower your voice instead of raising it. Hmm,
That's a hard
that
one, but it's a good one.
yeah, I'm working on that. And take one deep breath before you respond. So
Mm.
I have to remember to take that deep breath and let it go because I have a habit of holding my breath sometimes, and that does not help.
You start to turn blue. Mommy, what's wrong? Why are you
I'm
blue?
like,
I'm a Smurf. I
I'm
don't
like, why am I getting more agitated? Oh, right, release the breath.
I'm supposed to breathe again. Oh, I'm getting lightheaded here. Oh, maybe this is good. I'm starting to feel lightheaded.
I'll deal with this when I come back later. It's fine. It's a nap time. But
Pass out. Okay, well, that solved that problem. I don't need to deal with it.
each time you try to do these things, you're strengthening that neural pathway that helps to regulate emotion. You're literally retraining your brain, like reps at the gym, like working out that muscle, but it's for your nervous system.
Yeah, I really like that. Like emotional push-ups, and Sometimes it's one rep at a time. Over and over and over and over and over, but like tiny little baby steps, right?
Yeah.
And when you mess up, which is definitely daily for me, repair is my best friend.
Same.
Practice, practice, practice.
So repair matters more than perfection. Saying, I'm sorry, mommy is frustrated, teaches kids empathy and accountability. We're modeling how to recover and not how to be flawless.
Yeah. I mean, like, let's not model just brushing everything underneath the rug and pretending like everything is fine. I feel like that was like our previous generation. That's a really big thing for them.
So
I mean,
I've been using this one and it actually works. You want to hear it?
Oh yeah.
Sometimes when I lose my mind, which is like every day, multiple times a day, I'll catch myself and where my daughter and I are in it, we're arguing about something and we're both upset. And I'll take that deep breath and release it this time. And I realize what I'm doing and I'll go, hold on just 1 minute. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And I'll leave the room and I'll take a moment and I'll come back and go, excuse me, was there a cranky mommy in here? Was there an angry mommy in here? What just happened? And she'll go, yes. And I know, breaks my heart. And I'll go, I am so sorry. That grumpy mommy, I sent her out the door. This is happy, calm mommy. Let's work this out.
Aww.
And she'll start laughing. And it kind of resets it, because we've talked about this. You and I, we both use humor in our everyday lives and it makes her laugh. It diffuses the situation and it gives me a point where I can just get a moment alone and then restart of, oh, I sent that mommy away. This is calm mommy. Let's try to work this out together. So that's something I've been using on a regular basis. I hope she doesn't think I have a split personality.
She probably does. She'll grow up and need therapy and be like, my mother, she was like 5 different people. But no, I have noticed that like so I'm very much like a serious person normally, and that's just who I am. But when I really make a point to try to make things humorous, the kids are more on board. They enjoy it more. I enjoy it more. And you can get them to do so many more things when you're like, make it funny, make them laugh or make it like a game.
Yeah.
They love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe the goal when we do lose it is like not to never lose it, because obviously that's not going to happen. It's just like notice it sooner. Maybe notice it in the moment and instantly like turn it around or repair it faster when you actually notice that, okay, I probably should have done that, and just repair it fast. And that's how we can raise emotionally aware humans, because it's not that we don't have emotions, and we just have to model like, what do you do with these emotions?
Yes.
Big emotions. And yeah,
it acknowledges that your feelings are valid. You are supposed to have feelings, but you can control them. And that's something I had trouble with growing up because, again, I guess we all did. We grew up in this generation of, oh, it's fine, everything's fine. And you expect everything to be perfect and rosy, and to feel anger or disappointment or jealousy or any of those negative feelings is considered bad. And you push it aside. So when I know when I had those feelings, I felt like there was something wrong with me. Why can't I be happy like everyone else? And it took me a long time to realize, no, everyone has those feelings and it's up to us to control them.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to always suck it up, buttercup. That's what I was told growing up.
I'm such a great mom, aren't I?
Sometimes you do have to, but like sometimes it's okay to be sad and just go through it. You don't have to force yourself out of it sooner than you're ready for.
Yeah.
Like if there's like a big event and your child or you are genuinely like sad or upset, it's okay. Just take the time you need. Like grief is a really good example of that. If there's like genuine grief, like nobody should be expected to just like get over that when they're not ready. Just like go through it, because some people don't want to feel it. Some people don't want to go through it, and maybe they're not used to it, but it's actually better if you just do it it's kind of like doing the hard work, go through it. And then at the end of it, on the other side, you're going to feel better.
It's like, I remember in math class, it was always show me the work, and you're showing them the work.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. You and math, of course. I can't even do like basic math.
I used to be really good at math, and now I count to 10 because that's all the fingers I have. That's it.
I'm like genuinely asking, why am I teaching my boys all of these core subjects that we learn? I'm assuming it's like building their brain in certain ways, but like they're never going to need this in their, like, I don't use it. Okay. But I'm also not like that smart, and I don't do like hard things besides motherhood. But
I have to disagree with all of that, but okay. We'll discuss that later.
I guess like boys have to support a family and have a job and like be smart. I don't know. Anyway,
so do girls. Are you? I'm sure your daughter is miles ahead of all your boys, because I know your girl.
Yeah, she's definitely going to rule the world.
Yes, she will. So to close, raising tiny humans, it's hard work, but it's also heart work.
Yeah. And every time we choose grace for them and for ourselves, like we're strengthening the muscle that matters the most. And so special thanks to our sponsor, Country Lane Psychiatry, for supporting moms and families in their mental health journey. And to all of you who share your stories with us, you remind us that we're all in this together, which is awesome.
It is. So we'll see you next time for more fun and more pearls. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.